Hello, welcome Area Chamber of Commerce. We are here representing General Motors to go over a very important topic for the community. We wish to present to you today, and our team is very excited to go over the history, some of the background, and what we're going to do with the community coming up on June 27th of this year. And I do want to go over a couple important numbers that I hope that you will keep in mind as we talk about this today. 4 represents the number, every 4 minutes there's somebody injured in a car accident related to drunk driving. 30 represents the number of deaths every day in the United States that comes from this as well, so very critical. 59 represents the millions of dollars every year in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that this costs our taxpayers and community. 1428 is the number of auto accidents that happens in the Dallas area community, and 8843 is the number of people injured from drunk driving accidents. This affects the community, affects families, affects local businesses, so that's why we bring this to you today. We want to talk about this event that we are partnering with ourselves, General Motors. We're partnering with Lyft, which is a local area driving that you can pick up people and drive them. So this will allow you to pick up if you find yourself in a situation that you need a ride, as well as MADD, which is Mothers Against Drunk Driving. So on June 27th, 2015 at Vitruvian Park in Addison, Texas, we will be hosting this event, and we do wish to invite everybody in the community to come out to this. The goals for this event are for the next 30 days, or for 30 days prior to the event, we will be promoting this event with the local businesses. Our goal is to sign up 5,000 pledges to sign our pledge to not drink and drive, and we will be giving away Lyft passes to everybody that signs this pledge. Another goal is, part of General Motors, is we wish to give away a free 2015 Chevrolet Camero. And the only way to do that is to sign up and pledge to not drink and drive. We will also be donating our time, our employees. We will have a team of employees as well as from Lyft and MADD. We will have a full team of people donating their time for this cause. The other thing is, it's critical for us is to build awareness and give out valuable information. So another thing we're going to talk about is during the event what type of speakers and valuable information that we will give the community to build awareness about this. And I do wish to introduce Sawyer to talk about additional information.
Sawyer, we're going to build awareness by going to the local businesses and restaurants and bars in the Addison community. This will be 30 days prior to the event, which will be the whole month of June. We're planning to hand out flyers, do whatever we can to get people to know about the event, and as a result, we are planning to have at least 5,000 pledges as a result of that. I'm also going to talk to you about the event details. We're currently targeting an area of Dallas which is mostly populated with young professionals, and it has a nightlife where this certain activity of drinking and driving is amplified compared to other target options that we had in the Dallas area. Therefore, we found it completely appropriate to host our event in the Vitruvian Park of Addison, Texas. The events or the activities that we've selected for our event are directly related to the meaning behind it, and that we want to bring awareness to the community of how drinking and driving can affect and impact lives. If you would take a look here at the screen, as you can see, we're starting our event at 9 a.m. in the morning. We're going to have people come out and set up everything at 7 a.m., 2 hours prior to the event. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., we're going to have various speakers come out, which would include you, the Chamber of Commerce, if willing. At 1:30, we're going to have the police department conduct a mock crash to demonstrate what it's like to be in an actual crash situation. And then at 3, we're going to have another speaker. At 5, we're going to have the raffle drawing for the car that we're giving away. The winner must be present for that. And then, as you can see, the end of our event is going to be at 7 p.m. We're going to have volunteers come out and pick up everything shortly after the end of the event. The activities we selected are not limited to what you see here on the screen, but we're going to have food trucks, we're going to have a bounce house for the kids, we're going to have games going on, we're going to have informational booths set up from our sponsors. And with that being said, I'm going to give it over to my colleague Ashley to talk a little bit about our sponsor, Lyft.
Alright, so Lyft is a company that facilitates peer-to-peer ride sharing in different metropolitan areas in the United States. They recently expanded their business to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we were able to partner with them through a new program in their company called Lyft for Good. What Lyft for Good does, it's a program within the Lyft company where drivers in different geographical areas can unite to make a difference in their own neighborhoods. This program embodies 3 core values. Their first value is empowerment, and what they aim to do is enable and connect drivers, riders, and employees to find new ways to use Lyft and create change. The second one is impact, and they like to bring greater independence and mobility to community members who can benefit from a ride-sharing platform like Lyft. And lastly, their third value is local commitment, and what Lyft would like to do is set root in their cities and commit to becoming a true force of good in the neighborhoods where their drivers live and work. Through this company, we were able to partner with them to put on this event, and they've actually given us a code. This code here at the bottom will be followed by a number, and each time someone signs a pledge, they will receive a code that they can use for a free Lyft ride when they find themselves in a situation where they need a ride home. With that, I'm going to pass it over to Kurt, who's going to talk a little bit about Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Hi, I'm Kurt. I would like to introduce y'all to MADD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. They were an additional sponsor to our event. The organization, if you're not familiar with it, is dedicated to aiding victims and victims' families of drunk driving accidents, as well as increasing the awareness of the consequences of drunk driving and preventing it. Just some information, significant information that we were able to get from MADD as a resource. Every 2 minutes, a person is actually injured in a drunk driving accident. And in average, 2 to 3 people will be involved at some point during their lives in a drunk driving accident. The rate of the age group, 21 to 25-year-olds, are 23.4% of the percentile for people who are involved in drunk driving. And this works out not only to be tragic lives lost, but also costs the U.S. annually $199 billion per year. And since the incorporation of MADD in 1980, it actually cut in half the annual death toll from drunk driving. And with the passing of the 21 legal limit law, they saved 30,000 young lives, and they've saved 300,000 in counting. And with that, I'd like to pass it over to Kai.
Today I'll be talking about our desired results and our future goals. One of the main things that we're seeking from this event is, the most important thing is to educating the Addison community about the dangers of drinking and driving. Another thing we hope to do is to get 5,000 pledges to our pledge against drunk driving. We think this is a totally achievable goal, especially since we will be, for every signature, they'll be entered into a raffle for a 2015 Chevy Camero. And we also want to determine the viability of this event. We're looking to use the event in Addison as a test for future possible events. We're going to look at the strengths and the weaknesses. And hopefully the event will be a success. We're doing everything in our power to make sure that it will be. And we're going to use it to create a model to use in future other cities. Going forward, we'd also like to continue our partnership with both Lyft and MADD. Lyft is greatly expanding its presence across the entire United States. And it's expanding to key demographics that we're really seeking to, because they're tapping into areas where there is a need for ride shares or people who do need assistance going out. So we think this is a great target market. We also want to continue our partnership with MADD. MADD is a recognizable brand throughout the country, and they have local chapters everywhere. And hopefully continuing our partnership with both of them will help us bring awareness of drinking and driving issues to people all across the United States, which is our goal. And now to Whitney with the budget.
I'm Whitney, and I'm going to be talking to you about our budget today. The total budget for our 2015 event is $68,843. I divided our budget up into 5 different parts. As you can see, our biggest part of our budget is 48%. It consists of the 2015 Chevy Camero that we're going to be giving away, valued at $32,998. Then our venue at 26% for a value of $18,000 to rent for a day. Our rentals and entertainment, consisting of booths and all activities, is 19%, valued at $12,650. Insurance coverage in case anyone was to get hurt covers $1 million at 7% and $5,000. Since most of our marketing was online, we only paid for flyers, and that was only $195 value, so it shows up as 0%. Some things that you may not see up here, like food, sponsors, or workers, is because they are donated or they are volunteers. Our request is to have half of the total cost covered by the Regional Chamber of Commerce, valued at $34,420. All additional costs will be covered by GM. And with this, I'll pass it back to Nathan for our conclusion.
Thank you. So again, I want to bring up these numbers and just keep that in mind, how impactful to the local community this is. I hope that you have seen the benefits of partnering with us, and hope that as a call to action that you do come out, support us in our request, and be part of the solution. So thank you very much for your time. I would like to ask if there's any Q&A or questions that you might have.
Did you consider not requiring the recipient of the automobile, not requiring them to be present, since you have some events from earlier in the day? You're asking some of those people to have to come back.
We talked about that because we really want them to go through the sort of as an educational process, and really want them to participate instead of just quickly sign up, leave, and then come back, which is they could still do, but we really would. It is really an educational endeavor.
Very good.
Yes.
With the fact that you'll be opening up part of the venue to food trucks, which will be on behalf of vendors who have their own licensing, has any consideration been given to the consideration of alcohol being served at the event?
That is something that through the local vendors that we would request that they don't do. So.
Very good.